Hey guys, it's Targan coming at you with another game of Final Fantasy Tactics. Now we need to go and fight Wiegraf Vilius, but we also need more money. So we're going to try to get more money real quick. You know, through random battles, through inviting our foes and stuff, because there's some trinkets we need to buy, some accessorizing that needs to be done, but we're going to try to push through, right?
Ready.
We're going to try to...
Ever ready.
Let's go. My turn, is it?
We're going to try to haul...
No turning back.
We're going to hope that we'll see like a human here and then we can grab them. Nope. Well, it won't be too much money, but that is okay.
I'm depending.
We continue brave modifying because in my mind this isn't cheesy because I discovered it a long time ago. And that makes it okay.
Onward.
Let's go.
I think we'll just take the shot.
Right there.
Seems fine. There's lots of ways that theoretically can deal with the fight we're about to go to. We just have to see if we're going to get any of them.
You can.
Right.
And we put both of them to sleep. Wonderful.
Practice makes perfect.
Onward. This be
And of course, you do bonus damage to sleeping targets.
ready.
And she hits like a wet noodle. But we need like a big chunk of money. But it shouldn't take too long to get it. We bought like too many extra items before I realized that we were at the next level of gear from the store. But with fast forward, you know, it only takes a couple minutes, so even if we have to get, you know, 75,000, no, most maps have more than 3 characters. You get, you know, 100 times the enemy level. But if we can just get... Ba-dum, ba-dum. Hey, there we go, a knight. Magnificent.
Right.
You can rely on me. Very well.
Right. I won't disappoint. At the ready.
Bum, 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 ba-dum. 2 knights, even better. We should get a bunch of money, and then we're going to get the knights. We're going to be able to take their gear for money. And then also... yeah, some of it just for usage, right? Diamond Sword is good. Circlet is excellent, you know. That's better than we have access to. And Crystal Helm is endgame. So this is going to be excellent. So we cannot buy some of that gear yet, and that is where you want to be. We're just gonna throw the old protect down and wait. Because we've got Agrias in Knight, so she'll be able to be alright. Hey, we immediately get Frederick! Huzzah! We get the achievement, I want you! This hits our guy here, but it also hits all of them, and I think that makes it worth it. Oh wow, we really hit him pretty hard. She... Oh, that's right, we gave her... This is her with the bracer and attack boost on, right? So she's actually, like, juiced. Well, a lot of these people are pretty messed up now, but we will just go ahead and heal Frederick up. Man, she almost popped him, right? Reach level 30 or above with 5 different party members. We get an achievement. Alright, that could have been better done, but it's okay. She's gonna hit our guest. He's our guest. That's alright, you know, because we can just bring him back as we need. We're just not gonna let him fall the whole way. The kick doesn't quite get there. I guess we'll hit the chocobo. I'm like, he's not gonna do any damage to me. Yeah, I knew he wouldn't. Whenever I saw the 22 for us, I'm like, that is a low roll. We are foes, he and I. Hey, but he lives through the parry. Beautiful. Runs back there. Good, good, good. Ha ha ha. Pretty nice. We're gonna go here to invite him, just so I don't get too out of the rest of my crew. 26%, come on! Oh, well. You know, they can't all be winners. And here we're gonna be able to drop the ceiling here. And then we will draw out the power of Ashura. Spirit Blade! And, you know, it's a good move because it hit both of them. But we want to keep the knight up so it'll be useful, but we also don't want... the knight to kill our own people, but looks like we're not going to have too much trouble convincing them to hit one of our tankier characters, who of course will be quite happy to hang out. Yeah, that's a lot of damage, but HP restore coming in clutch for the 1000th time.
then. Right there.
Yes, a bit there, which is just fine with us.
Right. Shadow.
I still have the will.
And we again fail to secure a traitor.
Bye.
And we draw out the power of the katana there. So wonderful results once again. Trying to get a stop there, not finding it. Hey, and there's our second ally. So this is awesome because we actually really need this gear. It's gonna make a big difference with our power level. Which is already pretty considerable. Brave modifying is incredibly strong. Because, you know, depending on what you pair with it, it's too strong, but... But we'll get Frederick and Peter here.
The trust is mutual.
Yes, the trust is mutual.
I?
Like, I don't think you can get... No, you can totally get diamond stuff now. I just didn't realize. Oh, and circlets. Well, then the crystal is the real pull here.
May I be of further? You're in safe hands with me. May I help with all?
Because what we need is... Five of these.
Are you happy? Any?
And I would love to have some other stuff, but we need the 5 of those. And from there, I think we can just...
Was there something?
We can just go here. We get magic defense boost, which we may well use. Now, we can try her as a knight for one more battle, but honestly, we'd be better off.
I shall redouble my efforts.
Here. You know, she'll be a little weaker, but being able to get item probably will make the difference, right? Oh, we don't have... Yeah, 'cause she already got the real good stuff there. And, you know, more power to her, but... I think we need to buy another power garb, actually. You know, why don't we just do one more battle? Should have moved drums out of White Mage, but I guess it's fine. We need to get the points for Calc or whatever.
I will go.
I shall do my best, as you wish.
Right. All right. At the ready.
You got 3 yellows. Is it like 6 of them? Nope, it's just a little 3 yellow fight. That's alright. All to the good, and then we will just...
Hold nothing back.
After this, go to the fight. We're over-leveled a little bit. I mean, not over-leveled. That's not a precise way of saying it. I mean, we grinded some. Not, I wouldn't even call it truly grinding, since there were, like, defined objectives. You know, specifically for specific money or specific abilities. Still grinding, sure, but...
Here I go.
Bum, 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 bum. We're gonna give him a speech and put him to sleep. Beautiful. You know, she's still plenty strong.
Right then.
Whoops. Sorry, Agrius. Didn't mean to. And they run in cure naturally, but, you know, there's nowhere they can go that the wise hand of Agrius can't see.
Skies above, as refulgent blade now strike.
Hallowed bolt!
Hallowed bolt!
I love Agrius.
Only one thing for it.
Good morning, Arcade 007. Welcome. We're just doing the last bit of grinding before going in. Really, we needed money and materials, and that is what we got. So I'm relatively sure this is going to be sketchy and I'll die a bunch, but if we have, you know, the tools that we need to play around in between losses, that's one thing. If we have to back out entirely, that's pretty annoying. So I just wanted to be sort of ready. I mean, I'll get proper ready if I have to, but I figured sort of ready would be good enough.
My turn. Here.
Brave modification continues apace. Don't worry, Ramza, this hurts me more than you. Bolt of holy power comes out of the sky, and he's like, what? And she's like, yeah, it's fine, don't worry about it. Because now she's like in her form now, right?
Preparations?
Once you get bracers and all that, it's pretty good. It would be nice to get auto potion on her, but you know, it's a little samey, isn't it? I like counter better. Not like for power, but for her.
Something?
And we're just gonna go ahead and
Let's try this.
swap there. She needs to become mage. We can get. We'll just wait a little bit more for the stuff there. So, like, your squishy caster, right? She's not that squishy here, but she's still a little. That's one where you don't need to worry about them having the ability to bring people back from the dead, right? Because they are the one who's going to be dying constantly. All right.
Looking for after ore in particular. Are you thank May I be at looking a cell? Would that be after
I
ore
mean,
in
I
particular?
guess. I guess we can go.
May I help with aught else?
No, a vampire cloak. That's what we need.
Are you happy to play? Are you happy you come?
And we'll sell one of these black robes because we've got
Would that be
plenty.
all catch your eye? Are you happy, thank you?
Bum, bum, bum. Bum,
No,
bum,
I bet
bum,
it don't be a
bum, bum, ba-da-dum. Alright, so
What is it?
we can get him a little fancier. He doesn't really get the HP boost out of that, but he's a much safer position than everybody else. Alright, yeah, let's... While he's a samurai, we'll give him Blade Grasp. You know, that's my compromise for busted abilities. There's still gonna be people out there that can kill him.
A warmest welcome to you both.
Barrington,
I do
you
hope
swine!
find novels to your liking. They may lack the grandeur of Lasalia's, but I find they make up for it in other ways. Castles built as seats of governance are so dreadfully plain. Would you not agree? There's such greater beauty in a fortress built for war. Ivalice herself would seem to be in agreement. Ever has she been ruled by men with power. Some might see this latest upheaval as a sign the crown, in its austere seat, has lost the strength to reign her.
Which, like, this is such a speech to give when people just walk into the room, right?
Your summons spoke of matters more pressing than the style.
Yeah, exactly. If I was like, okay.
Must everyone be in such haste? Very well. I shall ask you outright. Will you not join your strength with mine?
He says.
As I said a moment ago, it is power that rules Ivalice. Who do you think now holds power? Duke Larg, the White Lion? Or Duke Goltana, the Black? No. I can assure you it is not they. The ones who hold true power are the ones who hold the Zodiac Stones.
He just like whispers out
Knights
Zodiac
Templar.
Stones. Excellent voice acting, as through the whole game. Volmarv says. Volmarv. Volmarv, he'll always be to me.
Phenomenal magic, far surpassing any arcane apparatus or enchanted relic one might care to mention. They are even held to be responsible for the cataclysm that laid waste to Molond in bygone days. While this is generally regarded as a fairy tale, I know for a fact that Saint Ajora himself once wielded the stones. And using their power, he annihilated his foes.
Oh,
No
Barrington.
mere fable
You're not
invented
supposed to
inspire
know this
masses.
stuff. Fortunately,
True
I hate you a
miracle of
lot.
the gods.
So, I'm not going to be sorry when anything bad happens to you for it, Barrington.
Now, at this very moment, you and yours seek the stones. What do you wish to achieve with such fearsome might?
Speak you in seriousness, Your Grace. Forgive me, but I would never have expected a man like yourself to believe in such utter fantasy.
You mean to tell me that you do not? For Knights Templar, you exhibit a surprising lack of faith in the holy power of the Zodiac Stones. I find that rather curious. I had heard that the Cardinal's death was somehow connected to the stones.
Truly? As I had it, the Cardinal had taken ill.
I love Volmarv.
Is that so? Might I ask, then, the reason you seek that young Beowulf? I can only imagine what he must have done to earn the label of heretic.
The Inquisitors do not share with us the reasons for their decisions.
Volmarv is so much like
So,
a better
Even the
politician
Knights
and
Templar
like
know nothing
negotiator
at all.
than all the people he's running into.
terribly convenient.
Like, look at that ice cold lie,
I
you know.
wonder if there could not be some detail you are simply forgetting.
Forgetting.
Marak!
Father, forgive me.
Your meaning becomes clearer.
Your boy was carrying Scorpio and Taurus, which we've taken for safekeeping.
You worthless fool of a son.
Yeah, there you go.
Pardon my intrusion, Your Grace, but your long-awaited guests are at our gate.
Marek, would you kindly see to them?
What is it you wish, Barrington?
And now it's like, okay, you just left me my son here. Well,
I said as much a few moments
now I know what I'm gonna do, says
It
Volmarv.
would be a mutually beneficial arrangement, I assure you.
Steal my
And if
stones?
we were to refuse?
Then I suppose I'd be forced to unmask the church's plot for what it is.
The stones alone prove naught.
In that, you are correct, sir. But it would be hard to say the same of the scriptures of Germanique. After all these years as naught but rumors, who could have guessed that the church had them under lock and key in the vaults of Aubonne Monastery? Were their contents to be made public, I imagine the church would suffer
This is
a
very
dizzying
funny,
fall
right,
from
'cause-
grace. Its faithful flock would scatter to the four winds.
As a plot point, I actually think, and have thought since I was a kid playing this game, that this is a
Of course, in order to
delicious
save itself,
plot
the
point.
church would most
Because,
certainly deny the scriptures as
without putting
false.
too fine a point on it, what good is the truth to any man? What is the point of truth, right? If you are a god, what is the point of truth? If you are the spokesperson for a god, what is the point of truth? Do you really think if somebody came out with a book that said a whole religion was a lie, that the people who believed in it would care? They wouldn't care. Even if it was true. Of course they wouldn't
Covered
care.
the scriptures for the power they offer.
It's just a very silly idea. Like, oh, we found a book that says everything we believe isn't true. Now I guess we'll abandon it. No one acts that way. People don't care about the truth. People don't care about facts. They don't, like, change their worldview based on what they've learned. It is a rare breed indeed that does. You certainly wouldn't expect an entire country to abandon their ways because knowledge happened. It's deeply unserious. But it makes for a good story.
Where are the scriptures?
Oh, who could say? You of all people must know how easily such details can elude the mind's grasp.
Wiegraf.
And,
see to
like,
the mage who left a moment ago.
well, what if
I should return to
what if
Majesty.
they were a forgery? Because again, if you could come out with a book and say, this destroys the whole structure of society, and it worked, you could do that with a fake book too. Because again, as I said at the beginning of this rant, of what value is the truth? Because people have to believe the truth and apply it for it to make a difference in their lives. If they believe a lie and apply it, that has the same value as the truth to the person. So, they're going through a lot of effort to keep people from the truth, although it doesn't matter.
Do not think to threaten
But they're all
me.
tied up in the system, right? So even when they say they're trying to overcome the system, they can't see past it. They think, oh, obviously this is all hanging together by a thread. They don't see themselves as just the next in a long line of illegitimate exercisers of power, right? They see themselves as a stabilizing and holy influence that, on each faction side, they all see themselves as coming from, you know, the gods, having legitimacy and solving everything. So to them, the idea that something will come out and shatter the foundations is a threat, right? Because they wish to inherit the foundations. But what they're not seeing is those foundations are a lie, as all the foundations of their power are lies. Their nobility, the strength they gain from the church, the wisdom of the Zodiac Braves, all of these things are convenient fictions that they use in order to predate upon the populace. Of what value is the truth to any man?
It is one we cannot possibly lose. Who is there to oppose us, save you feeble-bodied humans?
Father?
misjudged the strength of your enemy, Gareth Barrington. There would be no sport in killing you.
You would raise arms against your host under his own roof?
Like, you kidnapped my son and stole from me.
The hospitality of your hall grows cold. I fear I shall have to take my leave once I've shown you the power of the stones.
Fade to black. Bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Alright, alright. Riovanes Castle. Castlegate. Here's one where if you have, like, ignore height, it's great fun. This is maybe, I know I say it all the time, this might be my favorite map in the game. Can we put him over there? Nope, that's right. And that's too bad.
Right. My turn, is it?
Very well. I shall do my best.
It's time.
Please, Marak, heed my words. We can leave this place together.
My favorite part of this map is that, like here, like right here where I'm circling, in there's a guy with float shoes in the water, and it's awesome. Like, what a smart place to leave a guy.
The Grand Duke sees all debts paid in kind. Turncloaks are set upon by their once friends and hunted relentlessly. To flee this day is to live those that remain in fear, ever wondering when the knife will find its mark.
Which, like, Merrick is correct. He does have the measure of Barrington here, but he doesn't see that makes him a terrible person, you know? Like, yeah, this guy, he helped us out when we were orphans. And if we leave, he'll hunt us till the end of our days.
Is not a life
like,
I choose to lead.
Think, Merrick, think. Who are you describing here?
If we but finish this one last task for him, the Grand Duke will release us both from his service. He swore as much to me.
Oh yeah, and he wouldn't lie.
Stand aside, Rafa. Once I have slain the heretic, you and I are free.
Barrington swore it on
Bum
what?
bum bum
His
bum
honor?
bum.
The man lies, and we both know it. Believe him now, and you will spend the rest of your days as his assassin, as his tool.
Bum bum bum.
I believe the Grand Duke. I must. There is no other way. I will kill that man and take the scriptures from his corpse, and then his grace will cut our chains.
I dare you to come up and charge. He doesn't charge.
Marek, your sister has the right of it. We are not the ones you should be fighting.
Our problems are not your concern. You do well to worry about your own sister. Hand over the scriptures of Germanique, and the Grand Duke may yet let you both live.
You mustn't heed him, Ramza. Even if my brother believes his own words, you'll get not a sliver of mercy from Barrington. Once the man has what he desires, he will dispose of you both. Surrender the scriptures and you forfeit your only leverage. So long as you hold that book, your sister's life is guaranteed.
Yeah. Rafa has the right of it.
Marek,
More dialogue.
Deep down you see it too, do you not? The Grand Duke is not to be trusted.
Be silent. You know nothing of our plight. Nothing! We have not the privilege of choice. We cannot simply choose to be free. You cannot begin to comprehend our struggle. No matter our orders, we must surrender to our master's will.
You're wrong, Marak. We are not bound as you believe. 'Tis fear that stays you, a fear that Barrington himself planted. Unless you find the courage to defy the man, forever will you cower in his shadow.
I love Rafa. Not like on the battlefield.
Surely you do not
Like,
wish
she's a great
this.
character, though.
And I, for one, refuse to suffer it any longer.
But I...
Do not allow Barrington to deceive you. His words are honeyed poison, concocted to manipulate hearts and minds. You have the strength,
Yes,
brother.
indeed.
Come with me. And
I
let
never,
us
like,
be
kick him
free
out of
at
the
last.
party, but I... It's a rare run where I ever used Rafa and Marak.
Right. It's time.
Oh, yeah, and of course she goes... She's about to get just absolutely murked. Throws a stone. If it knocks you down into the water, that's like the funniest thing that can happen. Lots of throw stone going on here, right?
Ramza?
What? Oh my goodness, dialogue from Mustadio in this economy?
Worry not. He will come around. Of this I am certain.
I get so excited for all of these, because, you know, this is new to me.
If you say so, then very well. I'll do my best not to kill him.
Mustadio is so hardcore.
You are a droll fellow, Mustadio.
What to do?
Twice fought and twice defeated. I am no match for this one.
Yeah, Mustadio with the steel
Don't you
chair.
dare run, Marak. I have not finished.
And now she's gonna teleport out, making that archer look like a fool. Like a fool!
Ramza, what is your intent for Grand Duke Barrington?
Well, Agrius, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna follow him up to the roof and then I'm gonna throw him off of the side.
My intent for him? Why do you ask?
The man appears to be ignorant of the Orsite's secret if his demand is only for the scriptures of Germanique. With the book in hand, I posit that he merely seeks to gain political advantage over church and crown.
Vile though he is a man of station? Killing him would be ill-advised. Is that what you wish to say?
Indeed. 'Tis an easy thing to strike at the foe before you, but lest we forget, he stands in the line of succession.
Very well. If he has not been corrupted like the Cardinal, then I shall overlook his ambitions. My foremost concern remains Alma. We will leave with her, and Rafa and Marek as well.
Remsa, I say my idea's better. We follow him up to the roof and throw him off of it.
Right.
You'll see, Remsa, that this is a great idea. Believe me.
By heaven's will, take this!
Boom!
I'll handle this.
Ha, the ability had no effect. Now we can go up here, but we'll die. It'd be better to go over here. He has concentrate, so we know that the damage will come in. And if we die there, it'll be easier to put him back together again. There we go, nice and clean. And we're gonna hit a golem charge here, which is going to save us a ton of damage. Oh, I've turned the wrong way, that's okay. But it's gonna save us a ton of damage on this phase. Because they don't know Golem's there, right? Golem's a super amazing ability. The computer can't plan around it. So they are shooting at him, thinking they're going to kill him, but it's going to hit the golem. Of course it is. It couldn't do anything else. Can we hit this guy from here? Yeah! And, of course, they have a 2% chance to hit him because he's got Blade Grasp. But, you know, he's a samurai, it's alright.
Seems I've improved.
Yeah, because she is all the way online now. That is a chunky Holy Sword hit. Bracer plus attack up, that is the way. And we're just gonna go ahead and burn another golem in because it's so good. Time Mage Summoner back is 1,000,000,000 times better than Summoner with Time Mage back. 1,000,000,000, a technical amount.
Bloody hells.
3% chance. Well, that could hit me.
I have you now.
Boom.
I must keep at it.
$176, man. Agria's out here fighting like the AI does. But of course we did too good too fast and got rid of Rafa and Marak before we got more dialogue, but you know, it'd be hard to keep them up, right? 3%?
Smite you. Only one thing for it. I cannot fail.
Onward.
Come on. Yeah, look at that. We get a couple monk abilities. Very nice.
Where to?
Okay, so far. Right then.
Of course, counter is the one move that'll get through the Blade Grasp.
I may not take this.
Oh my goodness, look at all of that! A whole bunch of Geomancer abilities. Not like we'll ever use them, but it's about sending a message. That message is that I love Geomancer abilities. Yeah, clean. Hey, that's catch, which is very good, because situationally, you quite want to get catch, right? Aim +4 and aim +10! Yeah! Am I ever going to use them? Unimportant. Why would you even ask a question like that?
I shall not yield.
Oh no. Well, that's bad. Alright, there we go. I'm like, we won't have to get through the charm. That's not how charm works. Hey, it's not Lord. Said you almost bought this game for the Steam sale. If I just get 50 so many hours. And yeah, you know, I played a ton growing up too. They have a fast forward button, although you have to hold it. You can't toggle it. Which, yeah, there's various ways to speed it up, you know. There's also auto-saving inside of the battles, so, like, although the few times that I've got a game over, I've started over. But if you wanted, you know, how, like, you know, you got your 18% to steal weapon or whatever, you could just reload it rather than playing through it every time to do it. So there's certain, like, parts of the grind that are taken away. There's also a hard mode now, which is so much fun. Now, hard mode really just, like, juices all of their, like, damage and ability modifiers. It doesn't, like... It's not like 1.3, if you're familiar with the 1.3 mod. Where they, you know, give them new abilities. Like, okay, we're going to put short charge on the summoner or whatever. It's more like the summoner hits you twice as hard. But that's what we're playing on. The Tactician difficulty.
What was that?
Rah! And of course there's voice acting, which is super good. You know, this is one of my favorite games, and I'm super glad I picked it up. I would say that, you know, if you love Final Fantasy Tactics, especially if you feel like you were like a pretty solid player, having access to the high difficulty is just very satisfying. It's super cool. You feel like it makes more sense to try to be powerful.
A beast. Oh God, my limbs grow cold.
Be strong, sir.
Flee, my lady. Flee. There is only death here.
At least this dude is like a very respectable jailer, right? Like, basically his last act in life was to be like, man, this girl is in this jail cell, I've got to get her out. He wasn't coming in here to get safe, you know? He didn't lock the door after him. Like, oh, thank goodness, now I'm in here. You know? Just a nice guy.
Very well.
Alright, so here... This is time for the biggest battle of the game, right? Do we just go with... yeah, I mean... No, we'll try... We'll try this first. It may not work. We'll just move stuff around, try to adapt, right? It likely won't. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna see out of him, really. I don't know how strong his abilities are gonna be. We might have to just swap our HP gear, and of course Ramza starts in the front, and then...
Ever ready.
Let's go.
Oh, it's just 3. Yeesh. That's right. Not having Mustadio really hurts, but both of them can... Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll try this. I forgot it was a 4-band battle.
By the gods.
But alright. This is one of the most notorious fights in any Final Fantasy game. Because it's not like an end game thing, you know, it's not optional. It is a roadblock.
Draw your sword, Ramza. Not in the mood. I hope you will not object to me drawing mine.
I pity you, Wiegraf. More than you can know. What must Milyuda think to see you now? You would sell your soul to the Lucavi to slake your thirst for revenge.
Revenge? You think that is what drives me?
Yes, Wiegraf.
I have no such petty concerns. All has been made clear to me. I now understand power's true purpose. It is simple, really. Power is meant for ruling over those who possess it not. I still burn for revolution, of course. As much as I ever did, 'twas that fervent desire that the stone heeded when it answered me in my darkest hour.
Oh, Wiegraf. What a noble mind is here overthrown.
And so, by its will, I shall bring change to this corrupt world. I shall see it reborn. Your time is at an end, Ramza. I shall savor hearing you scream.
Alright, alright. Wow. 168, you know. Oh, we picked up a high potion. That's super bad. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that. How did we get a high potion? This game is trying to kill me. No, what? No. I can't believe it. Well, this run's over already. If it doesn't let me get rid of the potions... Yeah, alright, that's over already. Okay, that's super funny. That's super funny. Nope. All right.
Yes?
Like, can I really not... I can't believe this! Oh, that makes me so mad! I can't access my inventory.
Yes?
I can't access my inventory, which means I can't auto-potion through this. Alright, well, what's the other solution?
Let's try.
Wait, did I not buy one? Oh, you're joking! I didn't buy a stupid chameleon robe. I don't know if we can do this. We might have to leave.
Was there something?
No, if we... This is so stupid. I can't believe this. They gave me a high potion, which means auto potion won't save me, which means we can't use that strategy. With a ninja. That's super annoying. And I forgot to get a chameleon robe, which means we can't absorb the holy bolt, which means we just take free hits for 168 every time. We might have to leave. We might have to leave. It's so annoying.
No turning back.
Alright, so we use that one. We live long enough to... He doesn't have X potion. Yeah, we just have to leave. We just have to leave.
Greetings, or catch your eye. Are you happy, Frank? Would that be all looking as so?
So we don't even... Does this game seriously give me a high potion in between those battles just to troll me? That makes me so mad.
Very well.
But anyway, time to do all that again. Just forgetting to buy
Yes?
this stupid robe. Oh, that makes me so mad. Like, where do they get off making me pick up a high potion, honestly? Like, has it always been in the game there? What a troll. What a troll.
Ever ready.
Right. I won't disappoint.
Ready.
At the ready.
So annoying.
you say is true, we must settle.
But of course, they... You don't even need to hit him. They'll just shoot her and then they'll leave.
What?
Anything for it.
But... Alright, take two. Was that guy called Spencer as well? No, Severin. I'm like, no, Spencer, you're at war with yourself. $100? Dang.
Let me think.
Alright, yeah, not Titan. On the guy with visible float boots. Oh! HP restore on that guy. Sick.
This...
Let's go. Right.
Can you shoot around the wall here? Nope. But at least we'll get the canonical crystal acquisition.
Let me think. What day? Don't even think for it.
Come on.
And we drop in the shot on the head. Alright, time for the Wiegraf fight again. It's the most annoying thing in the world. Because we not only have to get through it, but whatever nonsense they throw on Vilius. I'm imagining a Cyclops that just one-shots everybody. And that's probably what it's going to be. You know, this might be the fight that breaks my spirit for Tactician mode. Because it doesn't really require tactics, right? It just requires strategy. You know, tactics is what you do while you're there. Strategy is what you do before you ever get there.
Was there something? Let's try it.
Let's see how this one does. You do jump because Wiegraf has counter. And we don't need auto potion because with this setup, Wiegraf shouldn't really be able to damage us. It is what I would call the ultra cheese.
Let's go.
Ready.
Oh, we can put another one in group 1. It's not a 4-man fight, and we've been doing the setup wrong every time. All right, that's
back.
Well, I was like, I so remember this being a full party fight. So our robe absorbs holy, right? So now we can't use holy sword on us. And he's got to use his monk abilities.
I must concentrate.
But maybe we should have put punch art on any, or not punch art, but
It's time.
because yeah, shockwave will get us down, so we just need to do an auto potion thing instead. I think I messed up. Oh, God. Did it do this to me? I thought... I can't believe this. So, I guess the autosave doesn't autosave in between. It autosaves after the battle is started, but it doesn't give me one. It better give me one, you know. It just better. Like, how does it not give me the option to retry in a way that doesn't seem stupid? Alright, so now we get a game over. But like, is it... Are you joking? Why would these be the autosaves? I guess this one's better because this one has... I quit. I quit. I don't want to do this anymore. This is so annoying.
You require something?
This is so annoying. Like, I don't want to play this anymore. Yeah, I'm really mad, so I'm gonna stop. You know, I thought this might happen. I thought this fight would break my spirit. But actually what broke my spirit is the video game's architecture. Guys, if you're designing a game that has autosaves in between fights, and then instead you roll all the autosaves inside of the fight and don't give you an autosave in between battles, that's deeply stupid. And I'm dumb for not saving too. But anyway, I'm so over it. So over it. Because the thing about this fight, right, is it's not fun. The Wiegraf fight is not fun at all. It sucks. There's no way for it to ever be fun. Especially with the mode we're on now, where it's like... Oh, float boots. We need float boots too. There we go. That's the key.
Ready. Very well.
Right. All right.
At the ready.
Incidentally, other parts about game design that I'm going to complain about. If you don't have the ability to access your menu in the middle of stuff, why not? Like, why can't I access the menu in between my turn? Why do I have to wait 30 seconds to access the menu?
You're wrong, Mara.
Anyway.
Looking for what catch your eye? Would that be boiled? May I
To
have
continue
what
our
is
quest to cheese the game.
Are you happy? Thank you. Would that be all or catch your eye? Are you happy? Thank you. Would that be all done?
Rage, rage, rage. But yeah, you know, you can't get mad at playing on a high difficulty when it annoys you, but you can, though. Because it's bad. It's a badly designed difficulty. It doesn't use game rules to establish it, right? It would be better if they gave them more abilities or items that dictated it, but what they do instead is just, like, juice their results, which means that you can't look at an archer and think they're going to act like an archer because they're better than an archer, right? And that, to me, destroys the entire spirit of Final Fantasy Tactics. They should have done what 1.3 did and made the enemies good without changing their percentages. But that's probably harder, and you can just swap them back in the middle of a fight, I guess. Anyway. We're going to go up here since they always kill Rafa, and that gets rid of her. Because, like, right here, they don't even have to cripple her, right? They just do, like, more than 100 damage, and then she already runs away.
Ramza.
Ramza, blah, 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 blah. Perfectly describing all the things we don't care about. Hey, Thomas, how's it going, man? It's been a little while. I hope you've been well. Nice to see you. We are busy getting tuned up in Final Fantasy Tactics. I was a salty boy about 3 minutes ago. I still am, really. Finally done with college. Grats! Now preparing for exams. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Well, it's good to see you. I'm glad you are doing the proper balance of, you know, responsibility with your life, with, you know, mixed with the things that, you know, are your recreation. Very important to study. We eat the shot there, and the golem eats the shot there. Shot in the back.
Right then.
Final year projects and presentation. Oh yeah, you know, that's the sort of thing that does take extra time. That's awesome, dude. Proud of you. Good job. I'm sure you'll crush those exams and move on to a bright future. Full of the ability to watch videos on the internet whenever you please. Or at least an average amount of the time. Throw stone at Parnella, no! You won second in a national competition? Awesome! Congrats! We come in with the katana there, Spencer with the kill. Bringing Ramza back up, and then here I think we just toss a golem to preserve the life, and then keep on shooting this guy. This is Final Fantasy Tactics. It originally came out for the PlayStation 1, what we just called the PlayStation in those days. And this is a remaster. Yeah! Haha. This is a remaster of it. They did one for the PSP called War of the Lions, where they, like, added some content and some dialogue and redid the whole translation. The translation for this was, like, super rushed and not very, like, quality, in a lot of opinions. I don't speak Japanese, so I don't know. But, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, there's some dialogue that seems stilted and weird because it was stilted and weird. But, you know, it's grid-based and job-based. So this guy here is a samurai, and, you know, we've got a time mage, and Ramza's a ninja. Ramza's, this is the main character here. But, so you level up your jobs and you get abilities. Like, he's a ninja, he learns to throw stuff and stuff. This is a... It's a remaster plus. It's got voice acting and stuff. It added, it's all the same game. It added, though, a new difficulty level. 2 new difficulty levels, like a lower one and a higher one. So, like, I guess just a remaster, but like a spicy one, you know. Because I used to, this is one of my favorite games. I used to play, there was a mod for it for like the ROM, right? You would emulate it and then you would patch in this pack to mod the whole game. And it was called 1.3 because there was 1.1 and 1.2. Those were just the names of the mod. And, you know, so the version 1.3 was called 1.3. And, you know, I played it extensively, 18 years ago? Something like that. Yeah, that sounds about right. Because, I'm like, can I tell this humorous story? I think I can tell this humorous story in a way that makes it clean enough. But, so, back in the day, you know, not everybody watched videos of video games on the internet. And I was watching a video of 1.3, and someone in the other room, like, heard the random sounds, and they just thought, you know, it was a different kind of video. Because the person was doing commentary, and he was like, oh, yeah, hit him again! Anyway, pretty funny stuff. But what we're gonna do now... On the PlayStation? Yeah, okay, so this was on the PlayStation, and then there was an emulator, and an emulator, you know, that's like where you get a computer and then you play a console's games on it. And then they took, the ROM is like the data file, like the disk image, the ISO of the disk for the PlayStation, and then you mount the drive image, and that's the game that gets run in the emulator. But people found out how to mod the game files, and they did an entire pass on the game. And changed how abilities worked, changed the balancing of them, changed, you know, all the difficulty of things. You know, they would make battles scale with your people. They would, you know, make everything much more punishing. It was a great mod, incredibly difficult. But no, this is one of my very favorite games. I know I say it a lot, but it's true. There's just all these very fruitful sort of ways to enjoy it. It's like I said, it's job-based, so you get experience and then you get job experience, and then as you level your characters, you can turn them into different kinds of jobs. You can get, you know, a white mage, but if you want, you could get heavy armor on them, and then they, you know, you could get that ability from, you know, from the monk, or from the knight, If you want to punch really hard with your bare fists, you can get that ability from the monk. You know, that kind of thing. So it lets you mix and match, and there are combinations that are dramatically superior to others, naturally. And I know all of them. Like D&D, exactly. So we're playing on the highest difficulty. There's 3 difficulties. We're playing on the high one. These difficulties didn't exist in the base game or until now. So what they basically do is have the enemy do a ton more damage. You know, they have higher percentages to do certain status effects, and then, you know, they do more damage with everything. So if a normal knight sword of tick would hit you for like 100, like for 80, maybe they're gonna do 160. You know, maybe their black magic is going to one-shot your guy instead of, you know, allowing you to get hit twice by ice or whatever. But because of the ability to mix and match your stuff and to make specific classes. Oh yeah, our sister's been kidnapped. I'm just fast forwarding this because I've actually fought this battle like 6 times in this video and we keep failing. This is the hardest fight in the game. There are various ways to cheese it, and we're about to try another of them. Do the characters die permanently? They can, yes. In battle, when they fall, it's not like Fire Emblem where they immediately die. You get 3 turns represented by hearts above their head. Or 4. At the last one, they turn into a crystal. We need to save the progress here. So they turn into a crystal where you can earn, like, you can get some of their abilities from it. You know, like, taking their essence in. But yeah, but they'll die forever. So there are random characters and there are unique characters. Exactly. Yeah, the crystal went down, so Mustadio there got the essence from the enemy, and he learned some of the abilities that guy has. So that guy was an archer, but he had monk abilities, so we learned the monk abilities there. And if you have access to a whole bunch of classes, like these are all the classes in the game, but you have to level up them to get to them. So like, if we want to play a ninja, you know, you got to get to archer, thief, and geomancer, which requires going through this tree to get to this, which is really cool. And Ninja, of course, has 2 swords, and they're fast, so they're an amazing class. They're one of the best ones in the game. And then you have, you know, Summoner, where, you know, you summon magic where they can't evade it. It's all very cool. But we're about to fight our old enemy, Wiegraf. Is there a necromancer? There is not.
Right.
Summoner's basically as close as it gets. You know, it's Final Fantasy rules, so you... Rather than bringing stuff back from the dead, what you typically do is, you know, summon the magical beings from the ether. But you can get... I'm like, we actually have a couple of ghosts here, right? You can get ghosts and, like, skeleton, like they look like people, but they've got, you know, like a horned hat on, you know, kind of thing. And not this guy, this is a bull demon, but you can totally do, like, a monster run. And then you can have your character have an ability to give them extra abilities. So you could absolutely run around with, like, 4 undead creatures and win the game that way. You could do it. And I actually think that would be really fun. The thing about doing monster runs, it's super cool, but monsters, all they do is get stronger. They don't learn more abilities as you go. So, like everybody else, you know, you get your job points, you're leveling up all the time.
Right.
But for monsters, you know, they just stay that way, basically. Now, what we're going to do here, do we go to Squire? No, we can go to Dragoon. Can they get robes?
Feels good.
Yes. Alright, so here we get Dragoon. This will probably let us do it, right? Winged boots. Yeah, and we'll have the spear so we can hit from far away. Yeah, and we'll just total cheese it. I don't actually know if this is gonna deliver, but we should be able to beat Wiegraf with it. So, this is a... We'll just do the fight, but... So this ability here, Shirahadori, used to be called Blade Grasp. This lets you... Parry rate is the same as your brave value. You can modify your bravery value to be very high. So we're gonna have just a 3% chance to be hit by physical attacks. We're gonna have this robe, which lets us absorb holy attacks, which is his 100% attack. And then we're gonna have these winged boots, which let us float, because he's gonna have another ability to try to hit us while with he has punch art, which is a monk thing, and he'll have like a wave fist through, or shockwave through the earth. Not wave fist, that's a different ability. But this should cheese everything he's got access to. So let this be a lesson to you. If you're bad at the game, you can do this.
You can rely on me.
Let's go.
My turn, is it? At the ready.
No, this fight is one that historically always requires problem solving. It's a duel followed by an incredibly dangerous encounter with a big old demon. So you have to be in shape to win the duel, and then you have to win the next fight. So he now is miserable, right? And we're just going to beat up on him. We have concentrate, which means he can't block. He's gonna attack us. He's got a 2% chance to hit. This is not sporting, but I don't care. This is how to beat him, okay? This is how to beat him. Because otherwise, look, he hits for 120. If you don't have the chameleon robe, yes, this is a duel. So Wiegraf is a guy that you fight in Chapter 1. And, hey, we actually haven't seen these lines yet. So basically, he was the leader of a revolutionary, of a rebellion of revolutionary, like, veterans and peasants who had been hard done by at the end of a war, and they were standing up for themselves, you know, and saying, hey, you know, you're treating us very badly, and we're not going to be here anymore. Well, in Chapter 1, you think that you kill him. Or, you know, you think that he's badly... He runs away. You don't see him. We fought him a couple of times in the game, and this is, yeah, a recurring villain, indeed. So he's very sympathetic in Chapter 1, because he's a man of the people. He's saying, you know, people are lying and manipulating, and, you know, the people in charge are bad. And he's right about all that, right? We are the son of a noble family. You might say this is Warriors of Night. You might. Hey, Autumn, we are cheesing this fight. We tried to do it legitimately, and it didn't work.
All such tales of gods and their miracles.
But this is more... This is a knowledge cheese. I would consider... how many kinds of cheese are there for the Wiegraf fight? 4 or 5. He's a bad guy. He's a totally bad guy now. There are these stones that turn you into monsters that they're part of the legend of the religion, but they're actually evil.
Those who would lead prefer.
But he is a bad guy now. He has fallen from...
That it does. And why shouldn't they?
Wiegraf is one of my favorite villainous characters in any Final Fantasy, or indeed any game, because we see he is always antagonistic to your positions, but we see a genuine fall from, like, grace and humanity. Explicitly so. We defeat Wiegraf earlier in this chapter, and he is crawling, like, bleeding out on the steps of a church, this monastery, and the stone tells him, you know, surrender your will to me and you'll live. You know, I will give you your vengeance, and I will give your hate an avenue. And Wiegraf says yes. Wiegraf. Wiegraf is what I've always called him, but you know, Wiegraf's how his name is. Wiegraf is what I call him. But anyway, so he, you know, he did his Faustian bargain, only worse. And, well, when you deal with the devil...
They do not aspire to greatness, but rather mire themselves in their petty strifes, shackles on the feet of man.
And that's the great thing about his character, is he's correct. Everything that he says is analytically right.
Their leaders give them no more.
But you could be a villain and tell the truth the whole time.
It is history's oldest and most oft-repeated tale.
Like, and so, like, this is an important point to harp on, so I will. Analytically, you can identify all of the problems that are going on.
But they succeed only because the people are eager to know such dominion.
But just because you know what's wrong doesn't mean the thing you think will fix it will work. Just because you can clearly see the problems with your society or the world doesn't mean your prescription is not a poison. And we have seen that 1,000 times in world history, right? What?
gods are only illusions born of
What
man's
society has
fear.
ever not had problems worthy of addressing? And how many times have we seen people attempt to do so and make things worse? How many? Just count them, I dare you.
It is they who see the charade for what it is and join in the pageantry nonetheless who are to blame.
And you? You did not conquer your fear.
Yeah, there you go,
You turned to
Ramza.
the Aura
Get
site
him.
to find your miracle.
Get him. You did not conquer your fear.
It is because I am weak, because I fear that I turned to the gods. And in doing so, I learned that there are no gods. In their place, those you named demons heeded my call.
Ah, Wiegraf. What a noble mind is here o'erthrown. You know, I've been saying it the whole time. There's some lines from Hamlet that just spring to mind unbidden, and...
Reshape the world. What of you, Ramza? Can you claim to be free of weakness and fear?
Can I claim to be free of weakness and fear? Wiegraf, I have Holy Absorb, I float 97 Brave and Blade Grasp, and you think I'm afraid of you, bro?
No. But I endeavor to be so.
No amount of endeavoring will grant you true power. Or do you presume your Beowulf blood allows you to conquer your failings? No matter.
No, we and Wiegraf.
We shall soon see who is the weak.
Maybe we should
and
call
who
him
is the
Igraf.
strong.
My turn.
Yeah, we'll see who's weak and strong, Wiegraf, you chump. So if you can't win normally, right, what you do is this setup, but you back it up with basic skill, and then you get a ton of speed and power, and then you one-shot both of them. But as we have Concentrate, Blade Grasp, Holy Absorb, and Float, we don't have to worry about the Wiegraf phase of it at all. The Valius phase we might well lose a couple of times. I'm not super worried about it. yeah, you know, he should have really thought about the visible fight. Like, I have a spear and I'm floating in the air. I already look like I'm in the right. I mean, just imagine. You think you're doing well, you're part of a thing, you're fighting the good fight. But then a guy in armor shows up, floating, and says, I'm right and you're wrong. Do you think, no, it's the floating armor man who's evil? Oh, yes. Well, if you're about to ask how Graf, let's see how Graf is doing. Because we can... This setup allows us to... Oh, you know, he has a 2% chance to hit us, but with item backing, he won't kill us. You know, 1 in 50 chances he'll hit us. But here we'll have Velius, who is going to hit us with Cyclops, and then the demons with Dark Holy. You're about to see probably a very human performance. I don't know how strong they've made this, but they might just throw the whole merc on. Now, Concentrate is not essential for this setup. It's just reliable to get the damage in on Wiegraf. So we might end up swapping to, like, Magic Defend up or something.
You fight alone no more. Then nor shall I. In fellowship as well does Pop.
Does power lie? And then we get demons.
Whose might is greater? Now we shall decide.
Defeat Belius. Alright, this is either going to go really well or we are going to get mauled. I can't wait to find out which.
I must concentrate.
Alright, so here... we just move forward and start sinking in damage on him.
Must keep at it.
Behold my might.
And he'll... yeah, so this is good, because he does 336? What? Was it gonna hit this panel? I don't remember. It won't hit this one, though. And here, it won't matter that we're hitting Ramza, too. Oh, they have very small HP totals. Oh, okay. They only have 150 HP. That is fine. So we'll be able to go up here and drop this Ramu hit. That'll pop probably 2 of them. Oh yeah, we're set. This is totally cool. He'll kill Ramza, but then we'll just res him and be able to sandbag up. Yeah, bet. We need to go up this way though. You don't want to give him an avenue to hit more than one guy with the Cyclops. And if we hit here, that'll... Oh yeah, well that'll definitely get that one down. Oh, Cyclops, 336. Heard one of these bosses were vulnerable to Demi? Perhaps. 336. But importantly, we've already got 2 of the demons down. And some damage on the other. Comes in with Unholy Darkness. This is fine. Parnella's got HP restore. So, although this is a huge hit with Dark Holy, she gets it all back. My girl, my girl. And now she's getting nuked, but of course that lets us move here and get Ramza back up. And I think this spot was fine, but you can use an item from any Z value, unless you are a chemist, in which case you throw it, and sometimes that can hurt you. And then here we're going to move up here to use the sword ability, right? Clean. Coming in for the jump there. One shot on Musty, but yeah, so that's how you have to do it, right? Because if he's just in one-shot mode, you just got to make sure you don't walk into it, and then it's fine. Like, I think I paid attention to where we were at.
Wiegraf. What
exactly. Here you go, like, jabs them in the eye. They get up, and they're like, ah! Ah! You know, I think that's a fruitful idea for a comic. If there's so many times when somebody says something, I'm like, man, if you or I could draw, people would love that.
Revolution seek we now, you ask?
Before, you fought alongside your sister and comrades to bring a new order to the kingdom.
Maluda. I so want Maluda to be in the game.
But just now, you declared your intent to see the world reborn, and you
I love
suggested
Maluda.
that it was the will of the stone. What exactly does it
All
do?
the M girls. I rep all the M girls. Maluda, Maliadul, my heart. You know, but you only get some of them.
To those oppressed unjustly, freedom shall I grant.
The freedom of death? The freedom of your tyranny, Baelius the Gygus? You're still Velius in my heart, buddy. Oh no, I misclicked. Double plus on good. Oh, I sped through all that too. That's bad. I was frustrated. I didn't mean to skip the dialogue.
The Zodiac Braves number 12.
I didn't mean to skip the dialogue, no.
A single stone. Even were you to obtain them all, it's impossible to do as you claim. Unless
Now few the all recite this much is true. Yet what we lack, we need but form ourselves.
So this is the revolution the stone desires. But it will not come to pass. I will not allow it.
Come then.
So what we're doing here is very sketchy. We might be losing. We silenced him? What? What? No, you're joking. You can't silence him. What? Get wrecked. You want to hit somebody? Hit me! Oh wait, I got Golem, you chump. You know, he's not so scary if he can't cast Cyclops, is he? What a jerk. Yeah, Hallowed Bolt has higher base damage, and, so Judgment Blade is great, but it's got the 2 range, and the height is bad, but Hallowed Bolt gets 3 range and has +1 vertical effect, so this is the one that, Delita uses, but this is the one you use the most, because, slightly higher damage and better effects. But that is legitimately very funny.
Looking good.
But yeah, because all the things have their effect. You know, there's the Doom one. The Doom is the worst. Because there's instant death, which is obviously much better than 3 turns to Doom. Unless they're immune to KO, but, you know. But here, we are definitely going to be able to spike him before that silence wears off. You know, silence, that's so funny. I almost can't believe it works, right? It's very funny.
Shadow 7 by Doomstar cast. Mark the ending of your path. Northswain, strike!
Balius has a question mark because it's a boss. Oh, I wanted that to be the killing blow. That would have been pretty sick. It's a boss, so it doesn't let you know how strong it is. It specifically, he's a demonic boss, a Zodiac boss. There's only a handful of these in the game, and they're the only mobs where you can't see their totals. Because, normally, anybody on the map, you can click on them, you can see their abilities, their stats, you know, what they have, their Brave in Faith, you know, their strength, all of that. But bosses like him, that you can't see it. You can't see, you know, what they're immune to, what abilities they've got, because, you know, because it's a secret. Well, it's more that the Zodiac Stones are corrupting influences that channel demons into the human that holds them in specific contexts. So, think of it like carrying around a demon all the time. All the time. And then sometimes that demon, whenever it decides it's necessary or important, is going to pop out and lay the hurt in. Yeah, Wiegraf is always having him inside now. When the game starts, he doesn't, but he absorbs the stone, he accepts the corruption of the demon. If the silence wears off, we're gonna get popped.
I've had better days.
But yes, just like how crystals give us power, but they are evil. Oh no, not cosplaying Balius. It's much worse than that. It's... Like, I'm trying to think of a good example. Because Wiegraf's still there. It's just... Yeah, like, he's just got a demon in his backpack. But the demon... Wiegraf can't get rid of Balius anymore. At any point, Balius can, you know... The demon is stronger than the host. But he's not, like, pretending to be him. He is him. And if this silence wears out, we're gonna lose, so we really need to get this damage in. There we go! Yeah! The Wiegraf part of the Wiegraf part of the fight is the hardest part. But, yeah, so if you don't know how to do it, and you're watching at home, Chameleon Robe, Float Boots, Blade Grasp, 97 Brave. Like an amalgamation with the stronger, more assertive. It's... At the moment of accepting the corruption of the stones, the power of the person to ever fight against the demon is taken away. They have sold their soul and it is forfeit. And no matter what they think about their own motivations and powers, at any point that demon can pop out and they're gone. When the demon's out, the guy underneath is subsumed, totally without power to affect anything that's going on. And I don't think they really remember what goes on when the demons are out, either.
Forgive me.
Because there, he's like, well, there you have Maluda, forgive me. So that sort of fights against my interpretation a little bit, you know. Belius still knows that he's Wiegraf. Wiegraf, yeah, well, a huge gamble. Wiegraf was dead whenever he accepted the corruption. Dying on the ground. Like, he was bleeding out, he had lost a fight, and his mortal enemies were above him. But you can carry the rocks. The rocks don't corrupt you for having them. The rocks corrupt you if you believe the lies they tell you. They say, give your soul to me and I will make you powerful. Give your soul to me and I will destroy your enemies and I will make you fearsome rather than fearful. And all of that is true. It is very easy to use lies to tell the truth, and the powerful are insistent upon doing so.
Hold on.
Because you can tell the truth a lot in order to... Okay, you hear me say this a lot because I like the law and stuff, but like a fact is just a piece of evidence that can be used to support a conclusion, right? That's what a fact is. So you can use the truth to lead people to a conclusion that's useful for you and not for them. And in fact, it's very easy to do so if you're a person of low character and high intelligence.
Where is my sword? I must stop him. Stop it.
I love Islud. Of course, he's very sympathetic.
A taper to kindle some light. It is so dark here.
It's all right. You needn't fight any longer. Rest.
Alma. You are unharmed. I am glad.
Well, yeah, Islud, you were doing the kidnapping for ransom and stuff, you know.
Tell him for me. The Auracite. A foul work. Evil.
Oh yeah, I'll tell him, Islud. I bet he doesn't know.
My father
Nay, that was no longer my father.
I mean, it's good for him to try to get the information out there.
Orisite, one of the Lucavi.
Big ol' blood cough from his loot.
Please, you must save your strength.
Ramza was right. It must be stopped. It could destroy all of Ivalice. Such power.
Say the run. It's close to the moon right now. See the craters left. I saw they had got like a full picture of this one impact crater. You know that I don't think we had gotten like a full perfect image of before. Pretty cool stuff.
They're fighting.
When it's a bad rock Orisite, when it's a good rock Magicite, exactly. Like, this would be Magicite if it wasn't in the hands of the judges in Final Fantasy XII.
Together they must face a greater threat.
Yeah, Thomas. Yeah, I finally filled out all the forms and stuff, and dotted the I's and crossed the T's. I really hate filling out forms, but I finally got around to it. I just don't bring it up all the time because I don't look on begging as a very positive thing.
Where is my my arm does not heed me.
Be still now. I saw its body in the hall. My brother slew it. It is done.
It is dead. Slain.
Is FFT connected to other Final Fantasy games? Yes, some of them. Final Fantasy Tactics and Tactics Advance are sort of in the same world. Final Fantasy XII is set in the same planet, I think, as this. It's called Ivalice. It's the same name thing. It's got it's not like in this timeline, but it's sort of spread out there. Almost all other Final Fantasy games, though, are disconnected from each other. So really having a Final Fantasy that's connected to one other one, unless it's 10 and 10-2. Don't play 10-2, by the way. I mean, you can if you want. It's fine. I like dressing up. Not really. I like dressing up in video games. In real life, I like to wear shirts.
There is a stone. You must give it to your brother for me.
But yeah, but almost all of them are, self-contained and stuff. You certainly won't, learn anything about 12 by playing this, but it'll be this is, it's cool because it's, the past. I'm pretty sure 12 is the past of this world, but I'm not 100% on where the timelines are. It could be a galaxy far, far away and long ago, or in the future. It could be one of those things. Maybe 12 looks like it's in the future, but it's a long, long time ago.
Heavy with sleep. Let me rest them for a little while.
I was playing Katamari Damacy the other day. And I was like, oh, we're making the moon. I'm like, wait, we're going to the moon right now. That's fun. Speaking of fun, all these people at work, all these people. They're just like, so do you think we went to the moon in the first place? I was like, what? What? I'm like, there's an amazing Mitchell and Webb look, this British sketch comedy show.
I shall speed you to join the others.
But they do one on the moon landing. And of course, the hardest part of faking the moon landing, right, is that you have to build a rocket that's mathematically capable of going to the moon, because people are going to be able to check your work. And at the point where you make something that can go to the moon, you might as well just go.
You needn't fear. Your death should be quick. Can it be?
You know that someone somewhere in the same area? Thomas, I just don't know. If I were to, look it up on Google, I could definitely find out right now. I just don't know off the top of my head where the timeline is.
Your brother is ill luck for us.
You don't hear any of the people's names or, the towns, I don't think, in 12.
No.
Yeah, the SpongeBob meme with Patrick and Earth being right. Yeah, that one fits pretty well.
What's this? Virgo stirs.
Don't you do it, Volmarv!
You. Could it truly be?
The world feels similar. Oh, right, no, it would definitely be in the past. It would be in the past because there's Mughals in the past, but there aren't Mughals now, they're extinct. So 12 is definitely the past. Also, it's high-tech, and we know that tech's in the past, but tech can also be in the future, right? But, I wouldn't say... If they gave it a different name... If it wasn't called Ivalice, I don't think I would have ever thought this is the same planet, right? But,
I thought to find our quarry here. I had feared we might search another century or more and still not find you.
And here Volmarv discovers that Alma is the chosen one, and he's gonna be a real creep about it.
Do not worry, your life is safe. Now, come.
The voice acting here is so good. Like Volmarv there, that excited tinge where it's like quavering there, because she doesn't understand what's going on, but he is like, oh, not only have I solved these problems, but I found the single human being that's the most important one for us to find. And he really captures that, like, tremendous excitement. And then, of course, because it's tactics, time to punch somebody in the gut and pick them up. And he leaves the stone on the ground. Smart. And now it's time for the final fight. The final fight is not, like, as sketchy as the other ones. It still could be really weird. Yes. I don't actually know how it'll be. We'll just go, like, we'll just go normal and then adjust if it's required, right? We're not rocking Blade Grasp. We're not doing it unless I have to. It's not fun. It's one thing to have it on a samurai. There, it's just good sense, you know. But we're not doing it on everybody. That's not sportsmanlike. But yeah, we'll just do this. I think it's a 4-man thing. We probably should try to steal something. No, that's super annoying. I don't care. How is she going to transport a pixelated woman? Indeed. Every time it happens in the game, they have to give her the old punch. Tactics Advance. Yeah, Autumn points out that they are very different in tone. In Tactics Advance, you get in a snowball fight and get bonked on the head, and then, you know, wake up in the book. The stakes are very different. Alright, yes, it is a 3-man. We will leave Mustadio, yeah.
Right.
As you wish.
Do we have to protect Rafa here?
At the ready.
Probably. But now we get to see my favorite thing that happens in the game. Second favorite.
You now repay me with betrayal.
So we all hate this guy. If you didn't know, we all hate him. He's the worst. He's actually the worst. We don't have it called the Final Fantasy. No. It's just Final Fantasy 1 was just called Final Fantasy. Back in my day, whenever I was a young boy, and we had Final Fantasy, it was just Final Fantasy. And how well I remember getting it. I got it for my 5th birthday. And humorously, it was inside of a box for Destiny of an Emperor, because I think my uncle had found the game, but, you know, like, somewhere, and didn't have it. So I thought I got Destiny of the Emperor, and then I opened it up, it's Final Fantasy. Pretty funny stuff.
Did you prefer digging through sordid heaps of rubble?
Anyway, Grand Duke Barrington sucks. I hate him so much. And like I said at the beginning when we were at the gate, maybe we'll run up to the top of the roof and throw him off of it.
That hellscape.
And maybe somebody else will do it.
It was you who burnt our village. You who murdered my mother and father and everybody else. It is not with betrayal I repay your deeds.
The first was the Final Fantasy Legend? I did not know that. There's Final Fantasy Mystic Quest on the Super Nintendo. You know, we owned that. I was disappointed. I didn't know it wasn't going to be a real Final Fantasy.
Vengeance? You truly believe that you are capable of exacting vengeance on me? I am your father,
Gross.
the man who raised
Gross.
you from a girl. You cannot kill your own father, though you are welcome to try.
Anyway, this guy's swine.
Do you know why?
You shouldn't share fantasies of violence, but if I was in this game, I'd be running up on the roof to put a sword in him myself.
The flesh remembers, Rafa. It remembers.
Mr. Quest was the one that got you an RPG's kit? Oh, cool. I remember liking it, it just wasn't, you know... the for the legend. Ah, yeah. The V would describe the legend, yeah. The legend. What kind of legend? Final Fantasy legend. But I just, you know, because coming from 1 and then... it must have been... we got 1... well, 1, you know, I got 1. And then eventually got 4, 2, you know. And then Mystic Quest we would have gotten before I got 3, 6. Gross.
It's true, isn't it? You meant the words you spoke just now.
Marak, my son. You too would turn on your father. You truly are an ungrateful lot.
I'll kill him!
Rafa, no!
Marak! Speak to me! Marak, open your eyes.
Rafa! Marak? You must be Ramza. I thought you'd be dead by now. Move no further. As for you, Rafa, if you wish to help your brother, bring me the stones he carries. They should be on his person. Check his robes. Very good. Bring them to me. Quickly now. I grow impatient.
I most want to start killing one in this game. They do want tactician difficulty. Get him! Yes! Sorry, I'm gonna have to pop you, ninja girl who's really a demon. 'Cause I love you!
I wonder if you would not relinquish the stones to me instead.
Yeah!
What are you doing?
Marcus Elmdor, at least you're just a regular guy who I don't hate.
No, dear. This is not a game of hide the stones.
Sephiroth here? No, he's a vampire.
They are not human.
Ah, the Bale boy, Ramza. But no.
This is the guy that we rescue from a hostage situation in the first part of the game.
I'm not any longer.
And of course here he is saying, by the way, I'm already corrupted and demon bound.
Forgive me for not expressing my gratitude sooner. I would have you know that I am not a violent man like Falmarv. Will you not yield the stones of your own accord?
He's like, look, I don't want to hurt people. Won't you accept a light threat and, you know, imminent demise?
And I shall be glad to ask Falmarv to return your young sister.
Yeah, you know, I wish August was on this roof so I could throw him off of it.
Nothing just yet. But if you would have her back, then hand me the stones.
No, Rafa. They must not go to him.
An adoring brother you must be, to trade your sister for stones. You Bales are nothing.
How insulting.
Beautiful. Now, there are times when one must be ruthless, but I fear you will regret this decision.
I'm not super worried about this fight. I think, because all you gotta do is spike Elmdor, and we have a large ability to do reliable damage.
Why negotiate when you can simply strike us down? That is your thinking. Very well. Loath though I am to harm needlessly, you leave me no choice. Celia, Bessie. A hand, if you'd be so kind.
And they've got Blade Fist. They're pretty tough. But Ramza gets all the way up here, which is going to let him go to get some hits onto Elmdor. We have to protect Rafa, which could be pretty hard because he's probably going to do a ton of damage to her here. Oh no, just a drop from Muramasa. For 108! At least it broke the sword.
Pay attention now.
Oh, they're just gonna kill her. Oh, they're just gonna kill her. How are we gonna do this? That's enough to one-shot her? Can we kill Elmdor before Ultima goes off? I guess we'll have to try. Oh, right, he's got Hamido. All right, well, we can't do it. All right, let's just he's got Hamido. All right, let's restart. Marak, no, he'll join our party.
Right.
Hey, 100, that's pretty good. All right, maybe we can get through this. Just deletes him.
Let me think.
Yeah, I think we just get... Yep, so there's our turn 1 loss. How do we do this fight? How do we do it? Because she dies turn 1. And we can't level her up. It's enough to one-shot her, so we have to...
Right. Let's try it.
Just go, like, full nuke mode.
I see.
Oh, we don't have another power garb. That's bad.
How might I help?
Maybe. Yeah, learning Ultima. Yeah, learning Ultima and Zodiac is not happening on this difficulty. I don't even know how you would do it. Tactician, it really spikes their the opponent's damage so high. And there, I mean, losing the guy you have to protect on turn 1 is so gross. But we know Rams is going to end up over here, so we can leave him over there.
Let's go.
As you wish. can rely on me.
No turning back.
Alright, so blah 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 blah. Fortunately, fast forward exists, because otherwise, you know, you have to... Every time you retry, you gotta... You know, this really fast forwarding, the best thing. You can learn from the deep dungeon? Okay. I guess I've only ever done it here or at the next Riovanes castle, where it's slightly easier to deal with Elmdor. Ultima, you have to get Ultima cast on you, and then you can learn it. There we go. There we go. So basically, I'm a boss. So whenever I say that Brawler Ninja is the final form, hits like that are what I'm talking about. Is it sporting? Yes, it proves that you understand the game. Like I said, I knew we had the scratch to kill them. We were just gonna find it. When you go from daggers on a ninja to punching a charging person, a lot better. Of course, the other assassin might come up and just pop Rafa for all I know.
You advocated for our returning soldiers to receive due recompense.
But there we can actually, because all you have to do is kill Elmdor, we might just walk up and punch him. But Elmdor has Hamido, which sometimes you'll try to hit him and he'll just turn and crack you. But, you know, we can just try it, you know, however many times. It's not a tough fight because you can spike him. It's tough because, you know, they can kill you on the first turn.
Even should it earn me scorn, such was my despair that when the end came, I could not help but yearn for power.
Despair? At what?
The injustice of war. I've been made to feel it keenly.
Yeah, not reflectable and only 10 MP, yeah. I was like, I don't think it's reflectable, because it's not part of my head that we need to prepare for it. But really preparing for Ultima for this fight isn't that important, because all you've got to do is spike the damage.
Yet even when I seized victory, I knew naught but emptiness in my heart.
The old set the magic to 1, and then cast Ultima with double spell.
As blood ran, rivers and fields lay strewn with corpses, ever did I wonder, could we not have set our blades aside? That's enough amusement for one night.
Oh, that's right, you only have to even pop one of them. I remember now. We won.
We take our leave. If you wish to claim the Oris,
I remember.
You had best make your way to Limbo.
I remember. Sitting here being like, how am I going to live through the first turn? Just go and punch him. Go and hit him for 564. And then before you know it, the battle will be over. Look, Brawler Ninja's busted. Especially, so, you know, all physical attacks are interactions between your weapon and your physical power. But Brawler, you know, gives you monk-styled scaling for unarmed. Brawler on Ninja is better than Two Swords on Monk because ninjas get hats, and you can get +2 attack from a hat, and that's enough to make up for the difference between Monk base attack and Ninja base attack, and ninjas have higher speed and base movement. They're just superior.
A new dawn has risen. Can you see it? So often we sat together talking, waiting for the coming of first light. We'd share fond memories of the past and our dreams of the future. We decided that when the war ended, we would go back and visit our village. You remember, Marat? Don't you? Tell me you will, please. Tell me you'll still go.
You can negate it with these. That makes sense, yeah. Well, almost all magic damage can be reduced by dropping your faith down, and depending on what you're going to be, I did Brave mod, I did not Faith mod. Brave modding plus negative faith modding allows you to do incredibly nonsense tanky stuff.
I beg you.
But of course, we'll now figure out that her tears have special magical powers.
Alma.
What's this?
Scorpio. Does it resonate with her heart?
Important scene, because we see that the stones are capable of being good.
And those feelings twisted him into a Lucavi. Could Rafa's grief for Marek also cause her to transform?
You grieve for him as well. Thank you.
No, Rafa! The stone is dangerous. You must cast it away. What?
Gets hit with the old phoenix.
Marek?
Nope, not Evo Rafa. Unfortunately, what a twist that would be. No, this is where we see narratively that the stones are capable of being good as well as being evil, because it is not clear until this moment that the stones are not exclusively evil.
Oh, Marek! Thank the gods you're alive!
Oh,
But are more like
to suffocate
conduits for power. Yeah. When you have a heart full of hate and then you like, you know, push your hands to the warp, depends on the user. Yeah, you know, with all power comes the inherent responsibility of using it, or whatever that dead guy said in Spider-Man. But Rafa is already like pretty special. She's got like, she and her brother have access to like the powers of heaven and the nether, basically.
I cannot say, but it was not Rafa's.
But Rafa specifically is someone who, through the mantra she has, can like channel the powers of the heavens. So she is special, even within being pure of heart.
To the one who loves you.
Another Zodiac stone. But why would it be here? I thought Auracite a product not of godly fashion, but an issue of hands far fouler. A tool of dark design, for the Lucavi to propel our world into chaos.
I would say generally the stones probably respond to desperation,
I know not by
right?
whose hands it came to be, but I do not think it's evil inherent. I believe it is the wielder who gives its power.
But when you're in your darkest moment and you cry out for assistance,
I'll save you.
well, what is the shape of that kind of moment to most people? It's not, I wish I could save this person. Most people don't have hearts like that. Most people's most sincere moments of emotion are negative, right? I believe that. Not that people are evil inherently. I think that our urge to destroy is stronger than our desire to love. And that is why we see so much hatred. I think you have to teach people to want to be good.
The tide of the war. The final battle was close at hand.
And so these stones, when they find the hand of a good person, are unlikely to find that person in a position where they will need to take advantage of their power.
Thank you, Ramza.
A good person will very rarely be placed in a situation where a deal with the devil will even be useful, but a bad person will perpetually be in a space where a deal with the devil will appeal.
What in the world happened here?
That your sister isn't here might be considered a blessing.
Indeed. This is truly dreadful.
They had her in the castle, I am sure of it. They must have taken her elsewhere during the fighting.
I kind of wanted to take the vest off of
3 men
Baelius
from
and
the
wear it,
Templars
but you
arrived
know,
not long before
they
you.
took his body away
2 of them
already.
were accounted for, correct?
Yes. One was Wiegraf, whom the Auracite had transformed into a Lucavi. I saw him die. Then there was the young knight, Isolde. He appears to have died fighting whatever wrought this carnage. Alma must have been taken by the third, whoever he is.
Fulmarv.
You said that these men act under direct order of High Confessor Marcel himself. If so, this abductor surely means to return with your sister to
Holy
Moland,
City Moland.
the seat of the Church's power.
I wonder. I do not think their High Confessor knows the true power of the stones. Consider this. Wiegraf did not know their secret until he struck his bargain with the Lucavi at death's door. And by the look of things, Isolde died fighting the Lucavi.
What do you mean?
By inciting this war and utilizing the legend of the Zodiac Braves, the Church can sway the people and broaden its influence.
It was Shadow of the Tone. It would make more sense if they were crystals and chests,
This
yes.
may well be the High Confessor's grand design.
It's like, these are the bodies, they're here with their cloaks rent and stuff, very cool. You know, and then you fight the Wiegraf Baelius fight, and then the bodies disappear when the fight starts, and then now, you know.
But I sense the Knights Templar and
I mean, the
Marquis
reason they
Eldor
disappear is
seek
so
the
you can't,
stones
like,
for their own
resurrect them,
ends.
right? Even though that would be cool.
So there are others who exploit the High Confessor's ambition?
Marquis Eldor mentioned a man.
Arcade, you say, you think I'm past you in the story? This
Might he
is
be the one
the
for
end
your
of chapter
sister?
3. After Riovanes Castle. Probably too bad to turn into crystals? No, everybody turns into a crystal.
Fulmar.
Or a treasure chest.
That is the name of the commander of the Knights Templar. He is the High Confessor's
Haven't gotten to this
right
fight, though.
hand.
There are a
And
couple
an
of very
ambitious
tough
man.
fights here.
Like we have, he sullies his own hands that his masters may remain clean.
He is the key.
I mean, I made him look easy after I complained a bunch and swapped my abilities.
What will you do?
Whatever their
Tactics.
reasons for abducting Alma, she must be worth more to them alive than dead. I travel to Zeltenia. There I will seek out Count Orlando, whom my Lord Father considered a friend.
Yeah, they have good autosaves, but man, they didn't give me an autosave in between the gate battle and this middle battle, so I had to leave the whole thing.
Once he has read the scriptures of Germanique, I am hopeful that he will lend his aid in exposing the Church's plot.
All about
And
the job setup.
I will
Oh yeah,
also
for sure.
seek out Delita.
But for the Wiegraf fight, it's also
Who
about
knows
having the right items. If you're playing on Tactician and you don't have the right items, I do not know how doable this fight is. Because we're only slightly over leveled. I think Wiegraf is like level 28 or 30 at this point, you know, so the game expects you to be around-ish the levels that you're at, but
Even allowing for the war, his rise through the ranks has been so expeditious as to invite
yeah,
suspicion.
if you don't have the right boots and armor, the Wiegraf is probably going to rip your face off
suspect
if
that
you're
the
on
Church
Tactician.
will
On
need to
normal,
take
you can
and
probably
manipulate
work
Delita from
around
behind
it.
the scenes.
And you know, it depends on your Zodiac matchup as well, but Hallowed Blade was doing 168 damage to me.
If I were to guess, they
So if
use
you
him
don't
as a
absorb
figure
holy,
to
you're going to have a
garner
bad
public
time, because that's a
favor,
100% hit rate.
that they might expand their military influence. Yet how privy he is to their plot, whether he knows aught of Elmdor or Fulmarv, I cannot say.
And then, of course, the Cyclops cast for 336, but anything that one-shots you, it doesn't matter what the damage says, right? A one-shot's a one-shot, no matter how small. Chapter 4, In the Name of Love? What? What? Like, what's it supposed to be called? Someone to love. Yeah, I'm like, in the name of love.
Welcome home, my lord.
Just want to tell the name of. The chapter names, because this translation is the War of the Lions translation, which was the PSP port of the game. I haven't played that, so these are really new to me. This is Orin. Orin is an astrologer and the son of Thunder God Sid here.
You're well?
But yeah, the attack boosting items on Ninja with Brawler, that's the way to go. You get Brawler from... Brawler's so much better than Equipped Sword is.
I am, thank you.
When you have... Because if you Bracer plus Helm plus Armor, that's a 7 swing. We were only doing 4, but if you Bracer as well, I mean, you could probably hit for 300 or so. Yeah. You get Brawler, you put it on Ninja because they get better stuff. As an Orin historian passed down the story of this game, he's not the narrator.
What news of the war?
That's a guy called Al-Islam.
None good, as you know well enough. The war with Ordalia has nigh bled us dry, and now we are poised to finish the job ourselves. Conviction found us. Supplies fail to arrive, and desertion is rife.
But I think Orin at the end does that. Yeah, 50k for the gauntlet. Yeah, it's very good though.
No way to fight.
Your first one you want to give to Agrius if you're using her. Awesome was the descendant of conversation. You know, that does sound right, yeah.
I fear I no longer inspire the solidarity I once.
I remember wanting, because Orin you don't get in your party.
We're our only casualty.
Yeah, because we give the stuff to him and entrust him with the truth. Yeah.
They say his other lords bannermen remain here only because you do.
Leave such foolish talk to fools. When a member of House Orlando pledges his lord fealty, he honors that oath, though it cost him his life.
Orlando is like... I'm going to call him Orlando, not Orlando, because of course I am.
I expect you to uphold the values of our line.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, can't get Orin because he has to live. Because obviously you can get Agrius and let her turn into a crystal after you become, part of her.
I set you to, I would hear of it.
The reports are true, my lord. One crystal was discovered beneath Gorg by the machinist and his son.
Words are wind. Does that come out before the Game of Thrones line? The Dry Papers, yep. I'm like, something, Dry, yeah.
Cardinal.
I'm like, something will help me remember.
Both are indeed Auracite, by all accounts. They are presently in the care of our young noble friend, but not for long should the Knights Templar have their way.
Barbaneth's son. Branded heretic to ease his capture, I do not doubt. Do our ears in Malond hear nothing?
They hear, perhaps, but have fallen silent.
1 hour and 50 minutes will break the farthest record of human travel in space. Yes, as far away from the Earth as we've ever been, right?
If only we had some evidence
it is
of
very
our
exciting.
Confessor's plot, we might put an end to his machinations in this war.
Sometimes people don't think space travel is that cool, and I'm always like, man, I think it's cool. But that reminds me of a song which I will now put into the chat for you guys to listen to someday if you want. This is a cover of a Modest Mouse song by Sunkill Moon, and it's super beautiful. So, anyway, it's called Space Travel is Boring. Sunkill Moon is an artist that I love a lot, and he did a whole album of Modest Mouse covers, which is beautiful. But that song is super great, and the cover of it I think is shockingly beautiful, and you might enjoy. But if you like Modest Mouse and you're not familiar with Sunkill Moon's record of Modest Mouse covers, just listen to the whole thing. It's great. Wait! Squire job has been enhanced to Gallant Knight? What? I get a new name for the class. Of course we get Scream. Scream is the best ability in the game. It isn't, but it's very good. It gives you, you know, all the stuff you need. And if you don't Brave Modify, Scream will Brave Modify for you, right? So Scream is Shout, but it gives you bravery, speed, physical, and magical attack for the whole battle. It's crazy, right? It gets everything done. So even if you're not Brave Modifying, by using Scream, you will get to 97 Brave on Ramza. Yeah, Shout, it's called now, but yeah. We go full throttle away. That would be funny.
Feels good.
And it's like, it's a pretty good class too, because it has higher, like, base stat growth than Squire does and such, but the thing is, so Rams is, like, in his final form already. We don't need anything else. I mean, besides to get to Bard for move 3, which is so far away that we're probably not going to do it in this run.
This will do.
But going 2 Swords Ninja just makes the game kinda over, so we're probably gonna hold off on it for a little while. And just pretend we don't know how to do it unless it's necessary. Because you get to play a lot more of the game if you don't just, like, tune everybody up, right? When was the last time I played FF7? Oh, a long time. Just be glad you don't have to unlock Dark Knight in this version. I would love to be able to be a Dark Knight. Do you have to, like, get level 8 and everything or something?
Welcome, by all. May I help with who needs outfitting?
Oh, Icebrand! Sweet. Icebrand is incredibly strong. It's 3 stronger than Diamond Sword is.
This is your most... Oh, that don't be...
Said, why I've never heard the song before. Well, so Sun Kill Moon is not famous. He's not famous. I love him. I've been listening to him for a super long time. Modest Mouse is kind of famous. Space Travel is Boring is not a famous Modest Mouse song. It is from their very early career. I agree he should be. He writes wonderful, wonderful music. Some people may have got some exposure to him in recent years from a cover Phoebe Bridgers did on Stranger in the Alps called You Missed My Heart, which is one of my favorite murder songs. He's really wonderful, and I'm glad you checked it out.
Greetings.
But yeah, good, great. Yeah, I love Sun Kill Moon. Glad to bring other people to him. Yeah, so Angel Ring, if you're having massive problems, this ring can help you. It gives you re-raise when you start the battle, so if you're just, like, dying but you need a little more time, that can do it. 108 beads. You need 5 of these for later. You'll find out when you need them.
May I help with
I thought I needed them for the roof.
Or catch your eye.
Yeah, lot of good items to buy. Gaia Gear is super good because it gives you Absorb for Earth, but that's only relevant sometimes. Here, Power Garb plus Headband you wear on your ninjas for like a long time because it just gets it done. But we're gonna swap Spencer out of Ninja because
a good choice.
Samurai is more fun. Plus, it doesn't feel as bad to do Blade Grasp when you're in the class. Okay?
Yes? What is it?
Healing stuff's so funny. You can attack to get the HP whack with the cane. Yeah, it's funny until they parry your attack. Until they evade it. You're like, be healed! And then they're like, dodge. And you go, no! Ooh, the pass. This one's fun. You have to master Knight and Summoner and crystallize 20. Oh, that's a lot. Of course, because mastering Summoner, as we know, requires getting Zodiac. Or we have counter. Yep. This is probably my favorite random battle zone in the game. It's really fun. Nah, the waterfall. There's so many good random zones.
Very well. Ready.
Understood.
Oh, he's got float shoes. Whoops.
No turning back.
Zodiac isn't required for Dark Knight. Oh, well, that's awesome. I did not realize. That's cool.
What have we here? Northern Sky Scouts? Your luck is ill. So long as the Southern Sky holds this pass, you will go no further.
Yeah, squids can be really nasty. This guy is doing something. Radcliffe here. 273 HP on a black mage? What?
I must concentrate.
Nothing to see here, just 273 HP. I mean, I guess with the Black Cowl, it makes sense. Ish. Wizard's Rod, which gives 2 magic attack power. Pretty good. Concentrate Archer. Equip Sword on the Knight. Make it make sense. But he's going to get hit here, and then he's going to cast this fire ability on my head. Which will kill Ramza, sure, but will also maybe get him. We're not unmatched. We're at the level they are. We're level 32. They're level 32. Who gave him steroids? Oh, I did that. When we started the game, we put it on Tactician. The gameplay in Tactics looks dramatically different than this when you're playing at regular difficulty. I mean, it's all the same. You're fighting wizards, you're fighting lancers, you're fighting knights, but instead of doing 172 damage, it does a much more human amount of damage. Now, what we're going to do here is come in from the sky with the steel chair. There we go. 214. Agrius. We have her in a setup where she is acting like the NPCs do with power. She's bonkers. But if you don't know how to do it with Agrius, this is how. You get attack boost, and you put it on Bracer on her. And then she's strong enough. Holy Knight has very, very bad power growth, right? Without the Bracer, she'd be at 6 power. That's terrible. You could go to Knight with Holy Sword backing. That makes her stronger, but then you lose item, which is bad. So... No, I mean, on normal, the CPU plays straight, you know? You could do the math and say, you know, this guy's got a 12 power sword and 11 physical power. You know, he's gonna do such and such damage. But on Tactician, it says, these are what the stats are, but what if they were different? Here we're gonna throw a golem down, though. They don't have any answers for a golem. They don't have any answers for Golem at all. This dude with 400 hit points, they get more hit points too. %, to keep him from doing anything while we fight, and here's our wall, clean. You think you're at level 33 at the moment? Well, that's normal. I moved quick. I leveled up some, but there's ways to level that don't get you as much experience relatively. But really, like, through Act 1 and 2, we pushed very, very quickly through in order to, you know, not level up too much. He has a 2% chance to hit me. Obviously, it doesn't hit. And here, Mustadio proves that he's awesome by getting a 60%. Yeah, and now he can't do anything. A few master classes. I see. And that's the thing. I like mastering stuff as much as everybody else does, but most classes you don't really need to. You know, it's... I, however, very much enjoy taking extra time most of the time, but... Alright, 189, that means this will get it. Clean, charging makes him take extra damage, get wrecked. This guy's already don't acted, so there was not really a point there and there. Indeed. Can you loot chests of crystals battle? Yes, that is the only time you can loot them. That is the only time. You can't pick them up once the battle is done. So, like, here, lots of times you'll try to sandbag the end of a battle. And be like, okay, because it takes a lot of job points to learn abilities sometimes. But if we're like, alright, there's a mage here, we let the mage turn into a crystal, maybe we're going to be able to get, you know, like a whole zound of abilities from it, and that'll save you big amounts of time. Yeah, 230 damage. But of course Golem saves us.
No escape.
Holy Sword continues to be the best thing in the game. Hiya! Because Holy Sword always hits. Did that guy jump? No, he jumped on Mustadio. I'm like, did that guy jump on a thing that was going to miss? That's funny. But he didn't. You can never loot the last guy you kill, correct. But you can steal. You could also make them join your party unless they're very specific characters or have an immunity. So, like, there's a class called the Mediator. They're called Orator now. So you could just go and say, join me, and then that Lancer will join your entire party along with all of his gear. Or you can have a Thief and say somebody has, like, an accessory that you really want, you can just steal from them. Am I gonna wait for the skill test to pop up? Yeah. Well, you know, at this point, that one's just gonna happen without me trying, which usually will happen in a battle, right? Usually there will be a chance to get one or two of them without trying to make it happen. And here he's gonna try to get Musty. We get a chest there. clean.
Take this.
And we get a Wizard's Rod, you know. Now we don't have to buy one, that's good. Wizard Rod is good. Wizard Rod gives you +2 magic power, which is solid. You know, it's not nothing.
Only one thing for it.
But then, like, you get to a situation like this, and then, you know, you use your ability to turn off their abilities. 44%, not so much of an ability there. But yeah, and then, you know, you're here, and then you just basically do whatever you can to wait a little bit, and you don't have to wait too long. Here he's going to charge, so we're going to move in front of him with our guy who won't be hit by it, and he'll be like, "Whoa, I'm a samurai!" Wizard's Garb, Magic Gloves, yeah, can be good. So the thing is, though, depending on the type of wizard, you can get a, rather than Magic Gloves, there are accessories. 108 gems will boost some of your elemental power, so you can get Boost Elemental plus Magic Boost Power. And Elemental Boost is really, really important. You can get that off of the black robe, but if you wear a white robe, you get half elemental damage done to you, which can add a lot of tankiness. There's a bunch of gearing choices that can really make a big difference like that.
How's this?
My turn.
But the gloves, usually if I wanted the gloves, I would use like the Wizard's Mantle, where you get 18 evasion and 1 magic power instead of 2. Range Gems Refuge Buddhism? Yes. Yes, it is. And that is probably why they changed the name to be a more culturally appropriate one. But Look, I am nothing if not a traditionalist, right? I read old books, and I call things by the name that I learned them by. Unless it's bad, and then I'll change it.
Right.
You know, but in general, like, I'm not gonna call Blade Grasp Shirahadori, even though it's a cooler name, and it probably means Blade Grasp. Or like here, like Iado, or Iedo, probably. You know, it used to be called Bushido, which is the code of the samurai, and not at all, you know, or the ability was called Draw Out, that's right. Yeah, Draw Out, so that probably means to draw out the power of the sword or whatever, but, you know. Bushido is not what the ability was called. That's a lie. We get a plat sword, worse than an ice brand.
I must concentrate.
Aim +5, don't mind if I do.
Come then.
And then we shot him in the leg.
Come on. My turn.
Right then.
Like, we're just over here waiting, and Mistatu just keeps on taking pot shots. Whoops, not there. Gaia gear, very good gear. Because while the crystal would be nice, I actually do need money more than I need stuff at this point.
Right.
Oh yeah, and then Ramza, of course, gets his final armor set. No longer purple. It's very funny, though, because it makes him look like he's got, like chaps on, right? The skill of striking with the drawing of the sword. Right, okay. That makes sense. I know that's the one, that's a thing. I don't speak Japanese. the only Japanese words I know are sumo words. I know a lot of sumo words. And if I ever talk about sumo, I just lace them in like people are supposed to know what I mean. I'm like, oh yeah, it's a Tai Chi, blah 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 blah.
Very well.
Vanish is fun. Because, you know, you can get a physical attack. You get invisible. But even if you evade it, you still become invisible. But it's like, so what, right? Look at water walking. It can matter. Do we have access to ninja swords yet? Like the one character in Samurai Showdown. Yeah, yeah! Oh man, they have a Samurai Showdown arcade board at the retro arcade that's, you know, in the city on down the way from where I live. I always make a point to play it a little bit when I'm there. I love that one. So they start from young child discipline? Kind of. So there's this idea that they, you know, wrestle their whole lives, but that's not really how it goes. So they have, like, sumo stables called heias, or beya, but you live there and you compete there, but they don't have, like, 8-year-olds there, right? Like, I think they have to finish secondary education in the modern era. Maybe once upon a time you could be, like, 12, but I think now you gotta be, like, old enough, like an adult-ish age. And so there's lots of amateur sumo, and then, like, that's a way to get into professional sumo as well. So, like, people will go, you know, to high school or maybe even university, and they'll do sumo, like, in college, and then they finish up, and then they join a stable from there. But there's lots of sumo wrestling that's done, like, at schools and stuff in Japan, and like, and children do engage in the sport, but they're not like in Grand Sumo. Like, there's no mechanism for like the 10-year-old to keep on competing. You know, like he has to go and find a stable to get into Grand Sumo, which is the name of Osumo, the top sumo thing. But too bad they don't have sumo class. Yeah, well, you know, Monk is pretty close to it. There's no concept of pushing your opponent down and out, you know. There's no ring outs, so. But if I ever witness an assault, I'll be able to describe it to a Japanese police officer, though. I'll be like, how do you say? Uwata Dashinage. And he'll be like, oh, all you know is sumo words. Like, yeah, he took him beltlessly and threw him underarm. No, that's Shitatsu Dashin. No, there's, so like, E Honda in Street Fighter, right? He's got his furious attack there, his Supari. But, sometimes you'll see an actual sumo match and, like, it's straight up E Honda style. Yeah, no, if instead of repeating fist it was called Supari, I would be super happy. That would be cool. But of course, they're not really sumo. And sumo, like, you know, exists in, like, a religious adjacent context. So as, like, a class of warrior, it doesn't really... It's not germane to it. Because, like, all sumo matches that are proper sumo matches are, like, you know, religious rituals. They take place in a Shinto temple. That's what's above the ring, you know. The gyoji is a Shinto priest. The referee, gyoji, is what the refs are called. You know, it's all very symbolic.
Ready.
Understood. My turn, is it?
Do we see Malia duel here? Is this the fight? Yeah!
The heretic Ramza Beov.
So yours was the band that came through Daguerre Pass.
She's gonna break all my stuff.
I am Tengil of the Knights Templar. I will have vengeance for my brother.
You know that she's related to Islud because they both wear green and gold.
Tengil? Then your brother...
Isilud was heir to our house, and I loved him since first I beheld him in his crib. But you butchered him, like you did the others at Riovanes. To commit such savagery, you are more demon than man. By order of His Holiness, I will grant you a death befitting a heretic. For you, Ramza Beowulf, there is no forgiveness.
Here is just a problem of point of view. No, nothing more true than that, Thomas. Indeed. You know, heresy is defined in opposition to orthodoxy, and orthodoxy is defined by the primacy of power of the orthodox, right? You can't be a heretic unless someone can enforce the idea of heresy. And to do that, of course, you must enforce the idea of orthodoxy.
You shall have no mercy.
And she's got re-raise and Shell? She throws a sword at me. Yeah, I'm just gonna catch it.
I must concentrate.
Oh, right, because she's got Defender. Oh, I need to steal it. Oh, and Chantage. Man, I need to steal this stuff. Like, one of us has to have gotten it. Like, is it Ramza? Yeah, he's already got... Yeah, so we can move him there. He'll be able to get weapon and accessory. And we'll make him a thief, so...
Right then.
We can item back it. Yeah, we're gonna get that stuff, and no worry about that. I'm gonna get my stuff. Take the green beret for the speed. Yeah, why not? Does the Archer concentrate? No. So concentration will only affect physical attacks. It ignores the target's physical evasion, ensuring that physical attacks always hit. And it's very, very good, but a steal is not a physical attack, so it doesn't guarantee that. Anything that's got like a percentage attached to it as an ability, like break their armor, concentrate's not gonna let you 100% do that. We're gonna keep Shiradori on because I'm not very sporting. Look, as long as he's a samurai, it's okay that we gave him Blade Grasp. But yes, it is hard to get up the steps, but we've got decent enough ability to send the damage in without walking up, so we should be fine. Yeah. Now, of course, the thing about this fight is Maliadul has... Her holy sword is holy break your stuff. So she'll just go like, Byaw! And 100% break your armor or your weapon or whatever. So we... I'm like, he's gonna... They move him over there, right? Yeah.
Very well. Ready.
Let's go.
All right.
Forward.
Alright, so we need Defender, because Defender's amazing. Defender is a Knight Sword with 16 power, which is 3 more power than what we have now. I think it lets us steal our stuff. If it doesn't let us steal our stuff, then, you know. Sometimes it won't let you take an opponent's stuff. It won't say it on their unit card, but you still can't take it. Can we charm her? No. 0% to charm.
I'll handle this.
Do a Shiva cast hide here. They probably can't arc a shot over the wall there. Probably. Like, if he could get up there, that would be good. But yeah, we'll just try to arm shot her. Yep, come on. Nope, miss. Can't charm main character? Yeah, you know, usually not. Yeah, not the one where you have to defeat him for the match. That's right. Auto potion kicks. She tries this cast. I don't think it's going to be... Oh, it is going to be fast enough. Okay, well, then we'll... That'll be fine. We just need to get working here. 39%. We miss. Later, Autumn. Thank you for your good luck wishes. You know, I'm sure we'll be able to steal before too long.
Never felt better. Here we go.
Celestine gets don't acted. The golem keeps on working. The golem is so good. Come on, 39%. Miss again. No! My mail. She uses her amazing thing. 230 damage, 100% hit chance, 100% chance to break your stuff. That's why you gotta steal the sword early, right? And here, stealing the sword is more important than anything else, because if we don't, she's just going to start one-shotting people all game long. We'll go here to pop her. Oh, she's got 2 HP. Gross. And then we lose our armor. Yep, sure looks like we're gonna lose. let's just... Yep, that's too many failures, right? Well, I mean, the golems are keeping us up, though. Here, the kill on her is more important, right? Golem continues to be extraordinarily powerful. Can we hit him? Yeah, baby! Clean. Give me your sword! Nope. I need this sword.
What a mess.
I must have it. We're gonna heal her because he's got Blade Grasp, making him less likely to be struck by these abilities. We're gonna move him up here, trying to get him out of range of Meliadul one-shotting folk. And then they'll shoot him? No, they will shoot Mustadio. Oh, we moved her too far forward. She's toast. Just breaking all my gear. But, you know, if we get rid... I mean, here the arm aim is the shot, right? Yeah, because we do this, and if so, then she can't, yeah. Can't do anything to us. Come on! 39%? That's like 4 fails. It's fine. Whatever. You know, if one of them has dash, that would be a really good way to kill me, but if we just keep him up there, then we'll be alright for a bit. And crushes our armor. Oh no, they charmed him! That's bad. If we just run away, it could be fine, though. I mean, he could heal them, but probably he'll just heal himself. Give me your sword! Yeah! Haha! And now we're fine, because both their summoners are down. I mean, really what we should do is get on the wall here so the archers can't hit us, and haste Agrius because she's where the damage is going to come from. Yeah, it's like, I think he'll just heal himself, and that's fine. And then Musty can take a shot at him. And of course now she's in punch mode. But now we've got her sword now. Which means all we have to do is not fail the fight. Oh! She tries to hit him, and it works. 3% chance twice it hits. But it uncharms him, and that's good too. Divine Ruination hits her for 226. They must have a good matchup. But if that's the case, we should still try Can we get a KO? No. Can we get a stop?
Wait, Meliador. I am not your brother.
Oh, after we do some work, now we can get a line. Okay, there we go.
You would understand. No mortal hands could have carried out.
We have to succeed though, so we can get this defender. It's not the best sword in the game, but it's the best sword we have access to right now, by far. And I would really like to steal her accessory as well. We'll do it if we can.
So demons of Eld walk among us, killing for their own delight. A splendid tale. But a lie less fanciful might better persuade.
It is no lie. They keep the truth from you as they did your brother. Even the High Confessor is but a puppet, dancing on strings he cannot see. The Zodiac Stones are much more than holy crystals to be revered. They hold real power. The power to work wonders.
Yes.
That power manifests the heart's innermost desire. And in itself, it is neither good nor evil. Yet there are those who seek to use the stones to evil ends. These are the masters you unknowingly serve. Listen to me, Meliador. Your commander, Fulmarv.
Do you think to convince me with this prattle? You are a fool indeed. Lord Fulmarv is my father. And I will believe his words over your slander, heretic.
He's like, wait. Oh, I fast-forwarded. Alright, so we're going to try to get this accessory as well, because Chantage is very good. 49% to get the accessory. Cure Shell, Fire, and Blizzard, that's obviously better than HP is. And you might think, aren't you worried about dying? No, we'll be fine. Oh no! I forgot about her being able to charm. That's actually really bad. Like, what if Mustadio starts resurrecting those fools?
Concentrate.
We keep moving around because if you're in front, they'll get additional evasion against this. Hey-oh, there we go. We stole her perfume. We took it right off of her wrists. Oh, I'm charging. That's bad. Ha! Pathetic. But now that she has been struck a bit, it's time for us to drop the base. Man, that's so much damage. Agrias is probably going to be doing like 300 when we get Defender on her. It's going to be sweet.
Come on.
I'll show him. My brother fought to save this blighted land. I share that dream, and extreme though our methods may seem, it is the only way to deliver salvation to the people of this realm. Even you must realize that revolution must happen now. With each wasted moment, the land sinks further into a mire of misery.
Yes. Ever will people claim that violence is necessary in order to prevent more violence, but is it? Is it, I ask you?
But what price too high to see Ivalice born anew? Every birth must be baptized in blood.
Like, what a bonkers thing to say, Meliador.
And to quail before that blood, leaving others to dirty their hands in one's stead, is weak and vile.
Yeah, you're right. being a total villain is the only solution.
Stain my hands crimson 1,000 times over. Steady now. Yeah.
It'll take one.
She critically punches me. Musty gets double cloak evasion. That's a 28% double roll there. Pretty nice.
Please believe me.
Like, we need more dialogue.
There are others you ought to be fighting. The Zodiac Stones harbor a terrible power. Power that allows the darkness in one's heart to spawn the Lucavi. The man who was your father is gone. Replaced by a demon in body and mind. The Lucavi are as real as you or I. 'Tis they who are the true foe.
Still you persist, heretic. Do you not tire of your own lies? How pitiful that a son of the great house Baal should so seek to blame others for his sins. It is not enough that you failed to realize your own destiny. You would drag the name of your house through the mud as well.
Maliadul, you don't know anything about the name of our house, bro.
Still, you will submit to your punishment and beg Lord Barbeneth's forgiveness in the hereafter.
My Lord Father would find no fault with my deeds. I would hope that he watches me from above with pride.
Yeah, you tell him,
Rather than
Ramso.
concern yourself
She don't know
with
nothing.
him. You would do well to look closer at your own sire, who succumbed to the Orosites' allure.
Yeah, he's like, think about your own dad. Talk about mine.
You fight well. Small wonder Wiegraf fell to you. Hear me, heretic. When next we meet, your blood will soak the earth.
So here we wound her enough. She was already injured, but I guess we didn't get to a percentage of the HP enough to make the fight end. But there we go. A great success. Thieves in like the mid and end game are absolutely mandatory because you can't pass up something like a defender. You can't pass up something like Chantage. You've got to get the cool items when you see them, right? You gotta.
What is it? For the longest time.
They've busted all of those things, but, you know, we're fine. We're good. And, importantly, Defender. Defender gives you a 60% evasion parry, which is, you know, pretty good. But it's also 16 power. Very nice. Now, getting regen and re-raise is pretty good, but we're not going to use it until, like, you got to. Really, it's that I couldn't stand the idea of not taking it as well. But I am super pumped about getting Defender.
You have need of me?
Can you talk her and join you? Yes. You absolutely can get Maliadul into your party. Not there. There's a mechanism to use a character to invite. It's called Entice now, to join them into your party. You cannot use that on unique characters. You can use it on basically anybody else, though. Monsters, that's how we got these monsters into our crew, which we've never used, but I keep on having anyway, because I like them. You know. Red Chocobo! Red Chocobo, my beloved! Red Chocobos are the best. Solar eclipse from the moon when Earth covers the sun. Oh yeah. There's so much to look forward to. It's a very cool time indeed.
welcome or catch your eye.
Yeah, so rubber boots, they're fun. They make you immune to mobilize and lightning because they're rubber. Hermes shoes give you +1 speed. These are very good items. Usually I'll go with movement over speed, but speed is very difficult to get extra points in, and every extra point of speed that you can get is going to be very influential, right?
Are you happy? Thank you. May I be of foot? Who needs outfitting?
Like, we put the green beret on him just because we knew we wanted more repetitions. Here, the mage staff is just better than golden staff. All the golden staff does is hit slightly harder. Who cares?
All that on. Welcome. After all, in particular, will that be all? You're in safe hands with me. This is almost...
Alright, it's got to be a trade city for that.
This is most...
And we are almost out of money again. That's alright. That happens all the time.
You have a pleasure. Are you happy? Thank you, Con.
Yes, exactly. Now I'll smell better than you. Yoink.
Will that be all?
We've got the good. The good smelling stuff. And that's another thing. So the game, you know, female characters do get access to the perfumes and male characters don't. There's nothing that the dudes get that the ladies don't. But the guy characters have better physical stat growth, and the female characters have better magical stat growth. I don't love that that's true. I wish they were the same, because I think that, you know, female monks are fine, but they're just notably not as good as male monks are. Female dragoons look awesome, you know, but it's one of those things where, you know, they've got the strength and the weaknesses. But what we're gonna do now is, wait, did we not buy that from Musty?
Yes?
No, we sold some stuff, that's right. We just need to go to a trade city. And try to get...
After all, may I be of who needs outfitting?
Yeah, Muramasa.
This is most... Will that be all? Come back.
And I doubt we can get a different gun yet. Well, you know, I'm still having a great time, but I'm thinking, yeah, we'll go ahead and call it now. Just looking at the clock, I'm just gonna hang out with the dog for a while. We'll go and play in the yard and stuff before I go to work. He'll like that, and I'll like it too. But, alright, wonderful. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed. And, you know, maybe I'll see you in another stream or video. You know, we'll be back around later tonight. So good to see all of you guys today. RRK007, Autumn, Thomas, Neo. So good to see all of you, my friends. And, you know, very exciting times for Final Fantasy Tactics and indeed the world as we send our astronauts further away. You know, we can fight with swords here or with science and space, but very cool stuff. And again, Thomas, so good to see you again, and glad that you know, finishing up college. Super proud of you, you know, and that's awesome. And look forward to seeing more of you here around in the future. But I'll be back on later on today.
A kingdom blessed by
and
the light of the...
we'll see you guys then. And of course, we're going to be pressing forward with tactics regularly till we finish it. And then Triangle Strategy, a newer game that I didn't know about, but our arcade turned me on to. And definitely looking forward to playing that. Thinking that'll be great fun for a more modern take, you know, on a classic pairing of RPG and grid-based control. But that's all I've got for you right now, guys. Again, thank you so much. I'm having the best time playing this. I hope that's coming across, that I'm really enjoying it, and I hope you are too. But that's all I've got for you right now. I'll see you guys.